Hello friends, this is Cara Renee with Be Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with 3 different tag options. So the first one we're going to be doing is a triple tag. You guys have seen me do this before, but I'm doing it again because I'm creating ephemera for the Beloved Beauty Journal. That's the first one. The second one is going to be a tag with a side vellum pocket and a bottom pocket. So we're going to be creating that on camera. I've already cut all my pieces as well as picked out the ephemera to go in just to save time. I'm trying to get some videos ahead because I'm going to be gone for about 5 days, so I want to make sure that I have time to come back and not, I got to unpack and do all that stuff and go back to work and all that. So the third one is going to be this is a folded tag. So it has a fold here, and again, this is for the Beloved Beauty Journal, and so we're going to be doing this together as well. This tag measures about 7 inches by 4 inches. I will give you the dimensions on the other bits as we go along here. I've got my ruler so I can quickly grab that. So which one do we want to start with? Let's start with the easy one, which is the triple tag. Actually, it is easier, so let's just go ahead. I've got all the ephemera bits. I've got a brad that will attach those tags together. So, I forgot to grab my hole punch. Hold on. I will be using my Crop-A-Dial as well to set an eyelet, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So I've got all my bits here. I'm just going to set this stuff aside. And so this is the, I'm putting like a little circle, not a pole, kind of a pole, I guess, on the side of each of these tags. I'm going to move the camera closer. I've not even accomplished anything in 2 minutes time. So there we go. So we've got that is going to be the top tag, and then this one is going to be the middle tag. So I'm going to leave that stuff all clustered together, as well as this. I haven't been in the studio much, just still, it's just been hard. I don't know, can't quite get out of the funk a little bit. So I've been kind of taking it easy, and I was ahead on my videos, so I didn't feel too concerned about that. So I'm going to go ahead and ink these up, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I think we're ready to move on here, bit by bit. So let me measure these tags for you guys in case you're interested. This large tag measures 7 1/4 by 4 1/4, it looks like, and the middle one measures 3 1/2 by just over 6 inches, and then the small one measures 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. So there you go. So let's get these together. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put them together so that we make sure that they're all lined up beautifully before we punch them. I love the contrast here with the lines going predominantly this way on this one and then this way. So, and I thought this was perfect for the Beloved Beauty Journal. The violin and the roses, I think, is just so romantic. And this is an antique romance kind of Victorian deal. So I'm just going to try to line these up. This one doesn't have the same, you can see it's different at the top, but I am not concerned about that. So I'm just going to turn this over. Hopefully I can just punch through all 3 at the same time. I think I should be able to. Let's see, try to get it in the middle if I can. Looks to be pretty good. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with putting on the brad just so that we have everything in place. So I'm going to get it off my paper clip here. There we go. I just thought this one was perfect because it's got that cute little pink rose. Sorry for the focus. It's a beautiful day out here. It is Sunday, May the 22nd, and we will be leaving for our trip on Friday morning of the coming week. So it is a beautiful day. It's about 70 degrees outside, and so yeah, it's so gorgeous. So looking forward to our trip. We go fishing up at a resort up outside of Bend, Oregon. And this was my 42nd year going. My kids have all been going their entire life, and my grandchildren have all been going their entire life. So it is quite the tradition for us. So it's quite beautiful. So I forgot to get any of my glue out. My goodness, let me get my Fabri-Tac and stuff out. So all of my kids and grandkids are going this year, which they do most years, other than my son when he was in the military. He did miss sometimes, but it's definitely a family affair. I'm almost thinking I want to wait on this because I want to be able to move these around a little bit differently. And that's really loose, so I'm going to have to get out my pokey tool and kind of smash that down. So I'm going to put the little tabby thing over here on this one. So I'm going to glue this down. Oops. We don't want the whole thing to come off. We just want the pin to come out. Put my pin where it belongs. So yeah, we go, we stay in a lodge or in cabins. It's the only time we historically we take a vacation or go camping, fishing kind of stuff where there's, a cabin. We usually camp out, hardcore, rustic style. But we've been doing this, my husband's been doing it his whole life, and he's going to turn 60 this year. And I've been going up for 42 years. So it's such a beautiful tradition for our family. And so with lots of fishing, no TV, no internet, no anything, no telephone. So it's really going to be awesome. Just a way to really kind of shut down the rest of the world and kind of revigorate ourselves. So that's that. So let's go. This one's not going to have anything more on it. It's just going to be plain on the front. I am going to put some lace on. Let's go ahead and do that while we've got this one right here to figure out which piece of lace. I didn't cut them exact, but I want to make sure that I leave the bigger ones for the other two tags. So let's go ahead and glue this on too. So it is going to be glued on the bottom. Yeah, on the bottom. It's going to cover up some of these roses, but you're going to be able to see through the lace. So let's just get that on. I'm going to grab a paper towel here really quick. So I hope you guys are doing okay. We have, with our trip, we have only, what was it? It was 20 days of school on Friday, I believe. And because I won't be at work 2 days, Friday and Tuesday, I only have 19 days of school left, and then it'll be summer break. So ready. So ready. Our teachers are all ready. Work very, very hard. Working with children is very, very hard. I work with special education children, in case anybody's wondering. I am a paraeducator. Not an accredited teacher, but there we go. There's our first one. The lace doesn't exactly match up. I would have probably done that differently if I'd thought about it, because I don't like that. Let me see if I've got another piece right here. I'm going to fix that because I don't like that being uneven. I'll use this piece for something else. And by uneven, I just mean the scallops on the bottom of the lace. So let's try that again. See if we can do a little bit better job. I use all these scraps so I don't get too concerned. So basically I want to line it up so it's like that. See what I mean? So that if I set that there, this ends here and this ends here. So it's just more pleasing, I think. So let's just get a little bit more glue on there. Make sure we get a good stickage. So my husband's been outside working all weekend, trying to get the garden in because it's been such a wet spring for us and cold that he hadn't gotten the garden in, and it has to be in. We're not going to have much of a garden this year. So he's been working on that and mowing the grass and getting the boat ready and all that fun stuff. So it's been good, and all the kids usually come over on Sunday for dinner, but just with everybody trying to get ready for the trip, we decided to go ahead and forego a meal together today. So that is number 1. So let's go ahead and put this one on here as well. Hopefully I can do that. Yep, let's get that on. This one's really simple. I'm going to put a cluster on this middle one, I believe was my plan. So I've got a little bit of cluster material that I enjoy doing that, you know. So again, I'm trying to have it about the same distance from the bottom in terms of this as the other one, just to be consistent. And there we go. It's a good thing I took those apart, because that would be a gluey mess if I had to worry about these sticking together. So when they're all dry, we'll put them together. This is the easiest one. I love triple tags because you could undo the brad, take them out, write on them if you wanted to. Totally, really versatile. So, and then this one's going to have this bit of little tabbies. I don't know if they really look that great to have tabs on them, but I just thought it'd be something different, so I'm going to do it. Which one should I put on the front? I think this one would make most sense. I think I'll put it that way, or that way, because we got that little rose there. So just going to glue, and what I do is I glue the whole back of this one, and then I hang it over the edge, and I'm going to I Spy this one to make sure I'm getting it approximately the same distance from the edge if I can, just so it doesn't look weird. I'm going to turn that over, and then I'm going to do the same with this, and it's going to go on the back. So we don't take vacations. I mean, even though my husband and I, it's just us and all of that, we don't go on vacations. I mean, we like to stay close to home, and we just enjoy our life here. But we have an opportunity to go with our local kids, our daughters and their families, to Yellowstone, which my husband and I grew up here in the Northwest and we've never been, which is just a tragedy in my opinion. But we're going to be going to Yellowstone, which is going to be fantastic. Okay, I have to remember how I was going to do this. I think I was layering some stuff under. We've already got some lace there. Maybe we should just drop that down there. Yeah, let's just drop that down there. I put this together a few days ago, and then I come home from work and I just crash. I just have no energy at all. So I have not been creating at all. So do we want to put a little bit of that up there? Nope. Nope. Let's just see what happens here. Maybe. Let's just go with it. Just go with it, Cara Renee. So my family situation, which I've mentioned in other videos with my younger sister, things are still seemingly going well. Just really trying to have her know that I think that's not right. I think that I wanted something else. I didn't want to, goodness gracious, I didn't want to cluster on top of that. That is silliness. That's probably why this isn't making sense. Okay. I'm trying to give her distance. I mean, not distance, space, because this is a part of her journey that she needs to figure out, while at the same time making sure that she knows that I'm thinking about her and that I love her and I believe in her and all of that stuff. So I'm trying to again give her space, but have her know that she's thought about every day, and that I care about what's happening with her, and I'm rooting for her and all of that. So it's definitely getting better. I'm sure that it's very difficult for her. It's a hard journey, so but let's put that on there. That just, for some reason, this isn't going as I planned. That's what happens when I plan before and then I don't actually do it for a while. I think I need another bit of something here because I'm feeling like there's just not enough being said here in my cluster. So let's just go ahead and add a little piece of book page. Boy, we're already 17 minutes in and I haven't even finished the first project. Yikesies. Let's go ahead and get that on. I'm using my art glitter glue because I'm gluing onto lace. So it's my preferred glue anyway. So I'm just going to put that there. I feel better about that. And then I'm going to put this little piece of vellum. This was scraps from a previous project. I think that the Bearly Arts works the best with the vellum, so I'm going to get that out. So many glues. Not that you're going to really see it because it's a cluster, so I'm just going to cluster that up there. Ooh, that's pretty. So you can see that the writing of the book page through that paper, or through that vellum. Love it. I think I cut that lace off to put there, and then I'm going to glue that circle back on. Was the original intention. I'm just going to glue this little strip here. Just a little bit of fancy there. Yeah. So the other two I will talk less, I promise. It's just been a while. I mean, you're still seeing videos because I'm filmed ahead, but in real time, I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while, so kind of nice to just chat a bit. And when I go to the lake, the one thing I am going to do that's different than what I do at home is I'm going to get out my watercolors and I'm going to watercolor because other things just seem to take precedence at home. And oh, I love that. I don't want the whole thing though in this case. So my junk journaling tends to take the precedence here at home, but I can't take all that stuff with me, so, and I don't even want to. So I'm going to focus on the watercolor on this trip, which I usually do watercolor up there. So looking forward to that. It's a very, very pleasant thing to do. Oh, I love that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Just put that on, and then we're just about done already. Just going to put that kind of off to the edge. So there we go. And our last tag, we're not doing anything with it other than put on the tabs. So we're going to, I think I'm going to put this one on the front. Oh, and I got to put the lace on this one. Almost forgot. I love this image. Look at that. So I just take the scraps from this stuff and I just make the circle tabs on it. I'm going to come down here. I think I need to come down because let's see what this looks like. That's going to go there. Yeah, so this has to come down, which is kind of unfortunate. I wonder if it could go off the other side. It probably could. Let's do that. Except this is so boring over here. I'm going to do that though. I'm going to have to make a call here and just make a decision. I didn't think about that fully. I am going to be doing another video here today, probably. Get it up on the channel. I'm going to be doing some jelly printing with alcohol inks. So hopefully that'll probably be on the channel after I get back, but it'll all be ready, like I said, so I don't have to. I don't really like that being on both sides, but it's okay. It is what it is, as they say. I feel like I need something on these tabs though because they look a little bit plain. I'm going to grab my pokey tool here and see if I can, excuse me, use my reach. See if I can kind of get this brad to be a little bit flatter. Oh, we got to put the lace on the bottom one. Goodness. Okay, so let me get that in place and turn it and then do that and just really give it a good press. I was trying to do that with my hole punch, but I don't think it was very successful. So hopefully that's a little bit better. That's a little bit sturdier. I'm not liking that there, but it is what it is again. So I'm going to turn that, and I'm going to put this last piece of lace on here, and it should be pretty, it's not even at all. Let me grab another piece of that. Goodness. I have terrible memory issues. So let's see if we go about there. Okay, I'll have to I Spy that again. I don't mind covering up this bottom piece because you can see through it, see through the lace, so it's not lost at all, and it's quite beautiful. So let's get that back in position, kind of cattywampus here with my eyes. Looks to be about right. I'll press that down with my paper towel. Then we're going to move on to the second and third tag. When I get to the end of a journal, tags and pockets are always what I have to finish doing. So there is that. Oh, gotta cut off the edges. Oh my word. All these scraps will get used, guys, so no concern there. They go into this basket, this never-ending, overflowing basket of scrap textiles and stuff. There's a whole nother one of those that's paper scraps, so there's no shortage of scraps. But there we go. So we've got the top tag, the middle tag, and this tag. I might come back and put a little bit of something, bling or something on these circles, because I feel like, or at least this one, I feel like it's really plain. So there is number one down, and I need to make sure those are open so that none of that glue sticks where we don't want it. There we go. So let's go ahead and do tag 2. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up, and I will be back with you here in a moment. Okay, we're going to try to ink up this vellum a little bit just on this edge. I'm thinking I might ink it all the way. I like to be able to see the edges of it. I love using vellum as a pocket because you don't lose any of your image that way. So there we go. Let me just cap that ink. So this is a page from one of the kits that I'm using from Chapter 1 papers. I'm using I believe four of their kits. Those will all be linked in the supply list, and the supply list over on my blog, and the link to the blog is below in the video description box. So we're going to go ahead and glue this envelope on, this pocket on right here. And I'm putting it up here because my pocket's going to go down here. So kind of weird, I think, but different. And I was really looking for something a little bit different than the run-of-the-mill kind of tag. So trying to create something interesting. We will be careful not to put anything in that pocket until we're done here, but this rose card is what's going to fit in there. It probably can because it's small enough that it's not going to, the glue is not going to affect it. I just want you to see what that looks like. So isn't that cool? We actually could put a little pull on the side of this. I think that would be really pretty too. I did forget though that this is a tag, so I need to have a tag shape at the top. So let's go ahead and do that. Should be okay as far as stability. So I forgot about that in my prep. So I just do that little nifty trick. Take that piece off from the other side, turn it over, and then you get an exact same cut, which is pretty nifty. So I'm thinking I need to probably put some Bearly Arts right here. Probably not a big deal actually, but let's see if I can get my stuff. And you know what? I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. It's not that necessary. So it kind of looks weird, doesn't it? But it's gonna be okay. And then we're gonna put this pocket on here. So I'm gonna use my art glitter glue. There we go. So really kind of different, isn't it? But I think it's quite beautiful, and I like that it's different. So that's going to actually stick out some. I wonder if we should make that just a little bit smaller. I think so, because I don't want it sticking out past that corner that I need to ink. I'm going to just trim a little bit off of this edge and then round the corners again and re-ink it. It'll be a little bit more slender. But I think I want to put a pull on that, maybe a piece of lace. Maybe this lace that we've been using would be lovely. Just kind of put a little pull right here. We could actually go like that. I think I'm going to even that up, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So we're going to go ahead and glue it on the back first. Oh, we need to ink the back of this. I mean, you don't have to, but I like to. Okay. And so it's going to go in this way, so we want the pull to be here. I better do the front first, just because it's what's in front of me. I kind of think I want to have it go up here a little bit. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Fabri-Tac here. Don't plug up on me now. I've been playing so nice today. So I'm just going to kind of do that, just kind of fuss it with it a little bit to get it to the edge that as close to the edges I want. Seem to have lost my words. And then a little bit on this side. I'm not gonna hang, it's not gonna hang over very much on this side. So, whoops. There we go. Give that a press. Just a nice, cute little pull. I would love to put some bling on there, just some really small bling. Let me grab that, if you don't mind, really quick. I think that would be lovely. Let's see if I have some little ones. I think I do. I have like the little pearls. Well, maybe not. Maybe a pink one. I think a pink would be pretty. Yep, it'll bring out the pink in that flower. Gorgeous. So we're just going to put a little bit of Fabri-Tac here. I don't trust that adhesive, so I'm just going to plop that right there. Beautiful. It's the littlest things, you guys, that just make the project feel complete. I wonder if we want a word on here. Let me see if I've got a small word. This is kind of a small, once upon a time. It's not very small, but I can cut it, so let's do that. Once upon a time. It's all about the vintage romance, or antique romance as she called it, my friend. And it's going to be gorgeous. I'm still so behind though. I'm grateful for summer because I will be able to put some dedicated time into some of these projects and get them off my desk. And I'm planning on doing probably another small journal for myself, for a very special person who is no longer, whoop, oh no, I dropped it. A very special person who is no longer with me. And I came upon a kit that just was all about her, and so I am going to do that. And it's kind of will be just a little pretty book for me. There we go. Once upon a time. Isn't that just adorable? So that's going to slide in here like this. And it's still kind of sticking out there on that corner, but that's okay. The corner that I still have to ink. Oh my goodness. There we go. And then I didn't think about a tag. I mean, I think I need to just put a fabric tab on here because I don't think I can punch through that that vellum. So let me find another piece of lace here that would go. This one would be really pretty. This is one of my favorite laces. You see it probably in every journal that I do. Let's see if that one will work. That should work just great. Just going to put some Fabri-Tac here. It's just a little bit of added interest. It's nothing, you know, nothing major. Just a little bit of frou-frou, as I like to call it. This lace is a little bit tricky to bend because of where the embroidered flowers are on the lace, so kind of interesting. There we go. And then what do we want to do for that on the top? I've got these. I'm almost out of these. I need to go back to Hobby Lobby because I absolutely adore these little things. They do create bulk in your journal, so you do want to keep that in mind, but I am willing to make that sacrifice because I just love that little touch. Look at that. It's just beautiful. So this one we're going to put a word on here as well. So let me find something that fits. I can't believe I didn't get any of this stuff out. Oh, a dream is a wish your heart makes. I love that. I love it when the first one pops out to me and I'm like, yes, that's the one. And I try to mention this in every video because I always get asked, where do I get my sentiments? And I get them everywhere. So unfortunately, I cannot really tell you where I get them because there's so many and I threw them all together. I'd have to go through all of my Etsy files to figure that out. And it's not something that I'm going to do. So I feel like I want something across this too. Do we want a piece of this lace or some of this lace? I don't want to take away from those flowers though. So I'm not going to do that one. Hold on. Get a little bit of cheesecloth. Yep, a little bit of cheesecloth is the answer. I'm just going to try to keep it here in the middle. Pull that a little bit more. Get a little more stretch out of it. Like so. Cut that little bit off. I feel like I'm all thumbs today. A dream is a wish your heart makes. Without the heart, we cannot dream. We have to be willing to open our hearts to everything, and sometimes that means hard things and sometimes that means really beautiful things, but without our heart we miss out on so much when we're not present and engaged in our world and in our life, the things that matter. I love that. It's very, very simple but very, very beautiful. So that is our tag. So then these are going to go in here. Let's put this in first. So it's going to go in the pocket like so. Oh, that does stick all the way in there, even with that bit on there. So yeah, that's perfect. And then we've got our little France ephemera from the kit. I'm gonna tuck that in there. I'm gonna tuck this in here. And this one is done. And then we've got one more to do. So if the video gets too long, please feel free to speed me up. You can do that. You can speed me up to 1.5 times the normal speed and I don't sound horrible. So hopefully this one will go pretty, sorry, my thing just timed out for some reason. Usually my thing doesn't go to sleep for an hour, but it did go to sleep. So let me ink this stuff up as well. Jibber jabbery, Cara Renee, and I'll be back with you. So we're ready to move on. I did want to mention that most of these are probably going to be a floating tag, meaning they'll be clipped into the journal because they, well, this one I might be able to glue down and put it on a left page and then open it that way. I'm not sure. We'll see when we get there, but it is print on the back, so if I don't want to do that, I can change my mind. So this one, we're going to put this little girl, this woman here in the corner. I feel like I want something behind her though. Let me see if I can grab a piece of this fabric. This is that coffee dyed fabric that I did. I did not do that on camera though. I showed some pictures on my social media, but I did not do the actual process on video. So let's see if I want some of that there. I don't know. Maybe not. Let's just put her down. So I'm going to glue on this side and this side. So I'm going to turn her over and yeah, I get confused very quickly. So just making sure. Oh my goodness, are we plugged up? I just thought she was a great compliment to this, and because the journal is a Victorian journal as well, we wanted to put some beautiful Victorian ladies in here. So these tabs are going to go on the inside, and the reason for that is because I'm actually going to put a dangle on here. I'm going to hook this little charm on there, charm bit, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these on the inside back. Kind of different, but that's what I was going for. Oops, not like that. I'm going to kind of have that stick up a good amount there. Turn that over, and oh, did I want that to go the other way? Nope, that's fine. And then the other piece here. And I'm just going to make sure the writing is going correctly. And again, that might get glued down, we're not sure. So I'm going to use my Crop-A-Dile, which has been giving me fits lately, and I'm going to put an eyelet in here. So I'm just grabbing my stash of eyelet things, you know what I mean. Let's see, what do I want? I don't have enough of the brass ones, and these ones are those really deep ones, and they tend to give me fits. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it today. I might regret that, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to get my Crop-A-Dile. I already put it in position because, again, this thing just gives me fits all the time. It's just not my friend. I struggle with all of the things that you do with it, so I'm just going to turn it here so I can see. Oh goodness gracious, this was not the best investment that I ever made, to be honest with you. It gives me more grief than joy. So it's great if you want to go across a large expanse of space in a journal, but I don't have all the eyelets, the right eyelets to use my other one, because I do have the smaller one as well. have the, what is that? The Crocodile, the We Are Memory Keepers. This one I have as well. Okay, so fingers crossed, guys, that this works, because it has not been working. I'm going to put that forward. And I did look this up on the internet to make sure that I have the right thing down. So, again, fingers crossed. It just seems like such a deep eyelet. And it is, look at that. That's just a mess. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that's so frustrating. So frustrating. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let me just trim this off, because that's not going to work. And I'm going to have to come up with a different plan. Bummer, and I can't take that off because I just don't know what to do. We're going to have to just leave this one for now. I mean, this actually would work. I could just paper clip this on. It doesn't have to be on an eyelet. So the idea was to just paper clip that and put maybe a little bit of sari silk or something there. I think I'll do that, and I need to figure out my Crocodile. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with it, but this has been ongoing. I'm gonna see if I can find some cool sari silk that's too big to put on here. I like this really fuzzy stuff. I just got this recently, so I thought it would be, ooh, this would be cool. Let's do that. It's like a string instead of the yarn or the fabric. So let's give it a try. Happy accidents, right? That's what I say. Happy accidents. So I'm gonna try to feed that through if I can. See if I can get most of the threads through. And then we will be done, you guys. Such a long video today. Just gonna tie that. I love these strings though. Make me happy. They make me very, very happy. Look at that. I'm gonna even them up just a little bit though. That'll be great stuff to put behind a cluster, so I'm gonna set that aside. So a little bit of excitement there with my eyelet setter. Goodness, but I love this because it says sing, and then it's got a little wing and a little flower. And yeah, so I made it some time ago just from some scrap stuff, and I've got a couple of cards to go in the pocket here just to look cute. And that is it, my friends. We are done. Thanks for bearing with me as I figure everything out and get back into the swing of things. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.